What's up, guys? It's me, HTG Brian, and it's that time of the month again. It's the end of March, despite what some posts may have said earlier, and it's time for the game break. Today is going to be pretty short and sweet, as there is kind of the same story as the last few months due to the COVID pandemic and my normal reclusive routine. I don't get out much. There hasn't been a lot of news to report that's relevant to our audience, specifically Lego and things like that, but we do have a little bit of Lego stuff we're going to talk about today. As per usual, I'll get through the normal stuffs and then we'll jump right into some hanging out, some questions, and then I'm out of here. This stream is expected to be an hour or less, which is going to be kind of a feat in itself. So we got Patreon stuff, we've got some other things, and of course, like I said, some questions, topics, things you guys want to talk about once I get through the list. So, as per usual, what is up? Welcome back. Good to see you. This month was a little bit of a downer as far as stats go, and they actually changed the way that they're displaying them now. As you can see here, we did have some pretty good growth subscriber-wise. We saw roughly 1,500 new subs, which is pretty awesome. So you guys are helping spreading the word, and our videos are continuing to go out and find people, which is amazing. Now, I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but I got like a little doggy war going on outside. Drexler's on one side of the fence and two little tiny yarpers are on the other side of the fence, and they're back and forth at each other. So hopefully that won't be too distracting for me or you guys. Meanwhile, yeah, so watch time, it's hard to judge now that they've got the check mark. Basically, it's kind of equal to where we have been. So no real growth or loss in that department. Although, you know, theoretically, though, a couple months ago, we were at the 1 million view mark for 28 days, so it's definitely dropped a little bit, but nothing too drastic. Now, I pretty much attribute that to the Spyro series. I feel like you guys aren't really interested in the Spyro stuff, so you know, we're going to wrap that up, and we're going to move on to something different. We're going to talk about that in a little bit as well, but I feel like next month will be a pretty big jump, and there's actually some unexpected movement happening right now, too, that is largely part of the announcement of the PlayStation Plus games, and I'll talk about that in a hot second as well. I'd rather hear the doggos. Get out of here, Nom. Nobody asked you to be here. No tech support is needed. Vamonos. All right, so yeah, moving right into it. Let's just dig right in, guys. The question I get asked every single day. Okay, the second most asked question I get every day. First one being is, do I know Blitzwinger? It's related to Lego Star Wars. Now, I don't really know like what's gonna happen as far as the future goes. I don't think they're gonna do what they're referring to as a shadow drop. I haven't seen that happen very often. Apex was kind of the most recent shadow drop that I'm aware of, and that just means there's really no marketing or planning for it. It just kind of shows up. There's been a few things like that in the past where like all of a sudden they're like, hey, check this out. Oh, no, by the way, it's available to purchase in the store today. I don't see that being the case with May 4th or anything, but you know, I do seem to think that there's going to be some announcements or some caught up, like some catch up. I feel like there's definitely some news coming. I just don't think it's going to be the game right now. I know it's a bummer for a lot of people, and the truth is I have no information. I know nothing official, and I just want that to be clear. And I know Nam will probably say he knows nothing either. But moving right along, essentially, I just don't know that we're going to get... Usually there's that 60 to 90 days, and we're like getting into that 30-day period for that. So hard to say if we'll see that or not. But, you know, I do believe we'll get some information on Star Wars Day, May 4th, which is coming up soon. You know, basically, I'm at about a week or two out from being like done on the releases of the Spyro videos. I think I don't know how many we have exactly, but it's like 10 or less. We have only like 6 or 7 trophies left. So ultimately, we're getting really close on that, and we're gonna move on to something different. And you know, if we don't get any official news on Skywalker Saga, we're gonna move on, and we're gonna go. We're actually gonna hop in the old time machine, and we're gonna bust out with this guy right here, Lego Batman, the video game. Now, thanks to Tood the Mood with the Bood, are one of our mods and a good friend of a lot of ours, as he sent me his copy so that I could go ahead and get through it. So that's pretty awesome. And as we speak, well, maybe not right now, but over the last few days and over the next couple of days, our guide writer, Adam, is taking the task on of filling that all out and getting me the information and mostly the mini kit locations. And we'll see. I haven't ever been able to get anybody to do the free roam stuff because it's just so stinking hard to document. But I don't know. Adam might be up for the challenge. He's hungry. He's young. He's hungry. So hopefully one way or the other, I'll find the mini kit locations for what I need and I'll be able to record those videos. So ultimately be expecting to see some videos on this probably within the next 2 to 3 weeks, assuming we don't hear anything Lego Skywalker Saga. Now, there's also a big question that I get asked. Okay, I've only been asked this once. But it's true, I did get asked it. What happens if I start Lego Batman and then they shadow drop or something happens where we get the Lego Skywalker before I can finish Batman? That's a great question. I will ultimately probably drop the production on Lego Batman to like 1 or 2 videos a week, whereas I will trudge through and try to do at least 1, if not 2 videos a day for Lego Skywalker Saga. So priorities will be the Skywalker Saga, even over the streams too. The stream times will likely drop to 2 hours, at least for the first couple of weeks, so that I can get some traction on the story and get through to the free play, because ultimately that's the important stuff. And I mean, if I do 1 video a day, knowing there's 45 levels of story, that doesn't even include any of the in-between stuff that sometimes they stream together in between. So, you know, if there is, it's ultimately going to be 45 plus videos just before I can even get to the preparing for free play. And we also have to have time for the guide writers, whether it be Adam or whether it be Tyler or whether it be multiple people helping to figure that out. You know, we'll get it figured out and we'll get that information to you as quickly as possible. But that's the whole thing. We just don't know when it's going to be. And so as a plan B, Lego Batman. So hopefully that'll be exciting for some of you. Most of you guys have already played this. There's not trophies, which is why I'm playing the Xbox version, because there are achievements, and I know that there's a large portion of the Lego players that do play on either, you know, Xbox or PC, and there's also the same achievements, I do believe, on the PC version of it, but I'm not 100% sure. That I'll have to look into. But yeah, so real quick too, I do want to give shout out to my early notification squad. I actually totally forgot to say what up. It was Gray, Occupied, and Rob. Some familiar names in that top 3, so good to see you guys. And I know there was a ton of other people here hanging out now and before too, so it's good to see a ton, maybe an overstatement, but more than usual for a game break. Xbox boo. Yeah, tell Tyler that. He's on an Xbox kick right now. I don't have any real hatred or anything for the Xbox, hence why I've been playing some of these games on the Xbox. Lego Star Wars, The Complete Saga was on the Xbox, and so... you know, I have no problem with it. It makes me feel like I'm getting my money's worth out of a purchase that I made a long time ago that was really expensive, that hasn't gotten a lot of playtime. But now that, you know, other people have some games that I might be able to play with, that might actually open up some doors. And Todd's probably like, wait, what? I've had an Xbox the whole time, you wouldn't play it. But yeah, we are going to get to Lego Indiana Jones 2 eventually as well. The thought on that is it'll likely be after Lego Skywalker Saga. So... by the time I'm 50 and I get that game done, because there's going to be probably, I'm guessing it's going to break the video record. I bet you it'll hit 160, 170 videos. That's ridiculous. And I'm talking about Lego Skywalker, not Lego Batman. Lego Batman is expected to be a pretty short series, and I'm thinking that I'll be getting it done in a few weeks. As far as production goes, you know, Spyro's kind of been stretched out, and the production should have been done a long time ago, but you know, I've been really lenient on Reese doing the recordings. He's got a lot of stuff going on school-wise, spring break, all these things, right? Gotta balance the fun and the important stuff. So important stuff first, RL first, and then Spyro on the side. But there will be another Spyro video up tomorrow. And like I said, we're getting pretty close to the home stretch. I think, like, I've never played it, so I don't know for sure. But when we looked up a level guide, it looked like there was 10 left, and I think we've done 1 or 2 videos since then. Reese knocked out one of the flying ones in like 1 minute and 28 seconds last night. It was one of those first try scenarios. I was blown away. So that'll be going up tomorrow. I don't remember which one it is, but it's definitely one of the earlier ones. But I mean the later ones, one of the last ones, not one of the earlier ones. All right, so let's see here. We got some people getting timed out. Oh, it must have been PC as the dev. Oh, it was Xbox. That's what it was. Okay. So lots of people out there. I see, you know, Chacho, Teflon, Ben, Occupied, Nom, Kirsten, Riz, Reese, lots of people. Appreciate you guys showing up. You know, one last thing that I wanted to show you guys Lego related is my Lego mosaic. Now, some of you guys have seen this already. Some of you guys haven't seen it at all. Some of you saw it the other day, and this will be a pretty big update. Everybody, there's at least 1 or 2 more bricks added to this since the last time you've seen this. But and I'm not really keeping it a secret anymore, and it's really coming together, I would say. You know, I only just have like this little area here. There's like 200 spots or less that I'll be filling in. I have not ordered the remaining bricks left for this. And my goal is I'm gonna, you know, frame it. And if you guys haven't figured it out yet, it's an album put together by MF Doom and Madlib, who are 2 of my favorite like music people. For Madvillain is the name of the album, and I highly recommend it to anybody who likes hip hop music. It's very creative, very fun. Arguably labeled as one of the greatest hip hop albums ever made. Now, obviously, there's a whole new generation and an old school generation and the in betweens, and but yes, like I said, arguably one of the highest ranked and most sought after albums. Sounds like I'm being creeped on. Somebody out here? Okay, wouldn't matter. It's okay if there wasn't. Can't see anybody due to this green screen. Which this is kind of fun, huh? Green screen with the green background. Figure that one out. Let's see here. Yeah, it's coming together nice, Chacho. I know that there's a couple of other people out there too. I won't put anybody on the spot if you want to make mention of it, who you are. Yeah, this isn't a kit, dude. I did this on my own. Like I didn't buy a box and then put it together. Like this is like I went to first it started off digging through our Lego bins, and then we have a Lego franchise. It's not Lego, but it's a group of stores. They're all up and down the West Coast now. They're called Bricks and Minifigs. And they are basically a used Lego store. So you can like walk in with like a box of Lego, just unsorted, just all together, pieces stacked together, whatever, and they'll weigh it and they'll pay you. If you sort it, they'll give you more money. If you have sets, polybags, used stuff you want to sell, they'll buy it from you. And they have lots of unopened, cool like collector sets and stuff too. But they also have these giant tables that they just pour some of that assorted bulk into. And so I assembled a team the other day. I told you guys about it about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I assembled a team, and we went in and we spent 90 minutes digging through a table. And we got a bag full. And there's a picture on Facebook. In fact, it actually even says the info of the place too, bricksandminifigs.com, I believe. Yeah, so we dug through, and basically we focused on 1x1s and like multiple colors, you know, 1x2s and 1x3s for the most part, you know, of the tiles. Sorry, the plates. So they're just like the, you know, anyways, not a stud, but basically a stud, right? Instead of the rounded stud, it's the square tile stud. And the majority of this is individual singles. But I would be lying if I said that there aren't some like duplicates. Here, I'll pull one of these off. I'll show you one. These guys. So just a single 1x1 stud. So yeah, and truth be told, like somebody else had done this. I saw this. They did it without Lego. They did it with like a cheap knockoff whatever brand, which doesn't probably really matter. It's still really cool. I'm not trying to take it away from it, but I'm just, I guess, emphasizing that there wasn't any like instructions or, you know, it's like a paint by number, but like there was no numbers to paint on. I had to basically just copy it all on my own. And I plan on doing more too. And the next ones are going to be more challenging. In fact, I'm actually going to reach out to, and if you guys know, maybe I won't have to reach out to anybody. I haven't made any Google searches. I'm not asking you to be my Google or Nomgol, depending on what your name is. But, you know, I need like a picture mosaic creator, something that will take a picture and break it down into a grid, which can be then transferred. So it'd be like a 50 by 50 grid is what I would want. So, I mean, obviously the picture would have to start off being square and fill in. And I can figure all that side of it, but I need something that'll, I don't know if that exists or not. If it doesn't, that would be sweet. But ultimately, I'm going to start doing a couple more. Like, there's another album I want to do. There's a couple of like iconic posters that I thought about maybe trying to recapture. Of course, Thumby would be really cool to do, like the crest, like, you know, like our crest. Trying to get a sticker out too far. You know, these guys. It'd be really. Oh, that's fun. The the chroma keys. It's too close to the green. But yeah, you know, it'd be fun to do like one of those, or you know, maybe like do the cringe rip. The cringe rip. I think that'd be pretty funny. I guess I'm laughing at my own stuff though. Let's see here. No, dude, don't even bring that up. Don't even bring that up. I've already seen about 12 links to GIFs that lead right to that moment today, from Discord to Kirsten to Skype. Like, I've gotten it multiple places. So, thanks for that. Yeah, yeah, real funny. So Kirsten, we got to come up with like some sort of like an event, like, you know, I don't know, some sort of like maybe like a mod anniversary or something, so that we can get you a camera. I feel like it's time that you take that step, that plunge into the streaming world with the camera involved. Did you do the Harry Potter blind bags? No, I actually didn't. Good question, Vanny. I have not done a lot of those. What are they? The CMF? Right? CMF? Is that all it is? Collectible minifigures? I guess it is CMFs. Yeah, I haven't done a lot of that. She's like, no, thank you. No, thank you. I don't want it. No, thank you. No, but ultimately, you know, Reese and I, next time I go to the Bricks and Minifigs, I'll take a picture of the ridiculousness that is these places. And I'm sure you guys have some local places that are similar to this, maybe not. But so, like, you know, let's say you walk into any collectible type store, right? They have those glass cases. They're kind of like square cases, jewelry, same plate, you know, same things. You guys know what I'm talking about. Like a glass case, long glass case. They have rows of base plates with minifigures. So they'll have like you know, a Star Wars Stormtrooper, and there'll be, you know, like the all white ones, and there'll be like 3 or 4 rows of those guys. And you know, some have like 10, some have like 7 or 8, and then there'll be like the red ones, and then any other like robots, and then like, you know, all these different things. And so then there's like genre. So there's like 3, I believe there's 3 full cases that have at least 2, if not 3 tiers of base plates with all of these minifigs. They have tons of like, they have some of the SpongeBob ones. They have they have a bunch of the Lego Dimensions stuff, but I already looked for the people who are actively still collecting, and it's all the stuff that we already have. And they have like 10 of each one. So I'm like, dang. So they clearly got some of those dollar deals when they were out there. But yeah, no, I know that Reese and we have a like a box full of just like minifigs that have been like torn down, and then we have tons of minifigs too. They have like multiple bins full of just our minifigures that were never torn apart, that still had like whatever, the hat or the scarves or the capes or whatever, right? I guarantee you, if we took those boxes in, there'd be hundreds of dollars worth of stuffs. And you know, I don't think we'll ever do it though. I don't think we'll ever do it. Mando portrait Brian. Yes. That took you a long time to type that. Either that or you buffered so hard, you're like almost in like not current or something. All right. Well, as far as my overall agenda was, it was pretty short and sweet, as I mentioned earlier. I wanted to update you guys and just verbalize that I don't know anything about Lego Star Wars. As soon as I do, you'll be the first to know. I'll likely make video or videos of it. I do have a question regarding videos. Would you guys be interested? And I know there's a short, small audience here, but a little sample size, if you will. Would you guys be interested in me doing like, I don't know, top 3 or top 5 Lego games? Top 3, top 5 Lego characters. And blah, 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 blah. If that's the case, like, maybe we should put something up on the Discord or something where we're building up like a list. Because I would almost like to, I don't want to call it a series or whatever, but I'd like to have some sort of like a playlist of that stuff. If I'm going to do it. If I'm not going to do it, like the whole concept of like, did you know? Like that still exists. It's just never come to fruition. And ultimately, it's largely because I don't have like a cameraman. And, Reese is some days are hot, some days are cold as far as the desire to be involved. Some days, the sky's the limit. He's asking a billion questions, and we're trying to figure things out so that he can stream or whatever. And then, like, 2 days later, he's like, I'm okay. So, I mean, it's teenager, right? I don't have any expectations. As far as family businesses go, I would think this would be one of the more desirable ones for a child of his age that likes video games, but that doesn't always prove to be true. But, obviously a cameraman could be replaced by a tripod, but static shots are boring, so a little more dynamic was the thought. Like but maybe I'll just do some static stuff at some point. Maybe the did you knows would be better served as like almost like an ask me anything, but yet specific to whatever the did you know was. So ask me something very specific to the did you know. I don't know what the acronym for that is. Figure it out. GoPro on my head could work. However, I don't want the perspective of me per se. I want the perspective of like an audience on me, right? I want to pretend like there's people watching. First person video, yeah. I'm sure you get enough of that. My bad. You guys have any ideas on those videos regarding like best ofs or whatever? And I got a task for Tyler too. He's already got number 1, top 5 ragiest Brian moments. I know another one too that would be pretty good would be Hello Neighbor. Yeah, I like, it takes me a while to pull the name of that game so many times, more often than it doesn't, because I've tried to block that out. You guys have no idea how hard I have tried to block that out. See, so jib slaps right here, brother. Oh wait, wrong jib again. Sorry, my bad. The ego on this guy. I'm all puffed up. Yeah, so I mean, I'm definitely down to like put together some type of, obviously top 5 Lego games, top 5 Lego characters, top 5 Lego moments, right? Like cinematic moments, perhaps. I don't know if there was really a whole lot of dun dun dun, but there might have been, just trying to think. I know you guys got bigger brains than I do. So, yeah. Another thing that I'm curious about too is, and I've talked about this, I asked this before, but I'm like dead serious this year, especially since I've got a buddy that'll play with me. I've got another buddy he's building an R32, which is another Volkswagen Golf. And, likely he and I will be frequenting the racetrack, the dyno for horsepower, to actually measure the horsepower of our cars. Is that something that I should be kind of compiling and putting on my Inadub channel? Like, I know that there's a handful of you that have gone out of your way to find and subscribe to that. And I appreciate that. I don't really upload there. Like, that was more of like I think I attached, I don't even remember why. I think I was trying to show somebody, like I went to like a Brother Ali or an Atmosphere concert or something like forever ago, and I wanted to show somebody, and then like later I ended up uploading a bunch of videos when my wife moved to Arizona for a handful of months to go complete some of her schooling while Reese and I were back home here, and so I did sort of like a daily blog of like Reese is like 7 years old or 10, something like that. It was a long time ago. And then I did like we went to Prof, a couple of concerts on there, just showing people like people that went with me or whatever. Oh, let's see, I remember that moment. Let's, so, and then we did, I think the Disneyland stuff went there too, but, somebody got held for review. What was going on here? Oh, that went oddly weird. What's up, Gamer X? Good to see you. So I mean, we've got a couple anyways. I would like to have like 10. If we could come up with 10 Lego. I mean, I guess they don't even have to all be Lego. I try to keep them positive too, because you could always go like top 5 Lego, worst 5 Lego. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. But I try to keep things positive. Like I try not to. I mean, obviously, if things are bad, like if a game's bad or something, I try not to sell wolf tickets or allude to what the problems are. Like I'll be on it, like, oh, this game's broken, or whatever, like Spider-Man, But at the same time, like I always try to focus on the positive, and there's a reason for that. It's the same reason why I don't cuss. If you know me in real life, it's absolute mystery how I can go in the durations that I go without cussing. Especially in some of the video game moments where, like, in Apex or something. I mean, and obviously that's on the mature channel. Things are a little bit easier there, not as refined or filtered. But, I mean, like, we're sitting here watching Blazer game or whatever. Like, I mean, it's not... But, it's the same reason. It's for, the positivity. There's enough negativity out there. Like, especially with games and developers and publishers and networks, like, I don't want to be looked at as the guy who complains on Twitter all the time. Like, I don't want people laughing at me behind my back going, hey, did you see it today? Right? And that happens. Like, we have that here where we talk about other people in that manner. I don't want to be on that list. So I try to do, the best I could do to stay away from those and the same reason why we don't really focus or argue. Like, a lot of people come to me and ask me questions about politics, religion, so many more topics that are sensitive. And, at the end of the day, most of them I do have opinions on. But they don't necessarily need to be publicly branded. I mean, some things I stand for and I will support for sure. But I mean, there's certain things too that just don't have any business being on a video game channel. Like, and there's other things too, like even certain like holidays and such. Like I've actually got crap from people because I didn't acknowledge certain holidays, whether it be, religious based holiday or whether it's like a military, thing, or, and I keep it consistent. I don't post any of that stuff. I mean, obviously when Christmas is coming up, I've made mention of Christmas. When my birthday's coming up, or, I mean, for crying out loud, I got shamrocks, I mean, I'm definitely not hiding, but at the same time, like, there's a lot of things that I don't necessarily go, hey, right? And I don't feel I need to. I just don't feel like they're necessarily tied to the brand or that they need to be. Like, and a lot of places and people do that, and I don't naysay anybody. Just like with anything, like with vaccinations, with your desire to be religious, your desire for anything and everything. It's all you. It's all you. And you're totally welcome to choose that. I just try to not, because it stirs the pot. Because if I say, hey, congrats to this or happy that, there's always going to be a group or somebody that's like, boo, or no, or that's offensive, right? So if I can avoid that, I avoid it. And people call me a wuss or scaredy cat or whatever, but I'm okay with that. I'd rather be called that than mislabeled something much worse because of an accidental something or a stirring of the potting or whatever. But and he mentions his birthday. Ego check. Yeah, buddy. Hey, Connie, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Let's see. I want to see 50 top jump scares. Well, hey, no, and that could be a funny one too. Like, I mean, between Alien Isolation and some of the Resident Evil stuff, especially when like I was playing Resident Evil 2, X was gonna give it to me. He was chasing me down. Oh my god. Part of the problem is that I have a pretty set routine right now, and maxed out isn't the word I would use, but it's I don't have a lot of free time, and I don't even get to do a lot of the things that I probably want to or should be doing. You know, and like prime example. This is a prime example. I should probably cook more than I do, but I'm always working, fumbling, prepping some thumbnail or something. And it's not like an excuse. It's not like I'm going, oh, I'm not gonna cook, I'm gonna go do this. It's legit like the anxiety and the worry and the sort of grind that comes with, you know, a lot of the stuff. And obviously in the past too, look at all the computer and tech problems that I've had. Like, I mean, I've been pretty lucky lately. We made some changes, and again, big shout out to Nom and Tyler both for providing insight and help through the PC horrors that were. I think it's been, I mean, minus me being an idiot and not turning my mic on or something, or forgetting to turn the game audio back on, I feel like we've been pretty flawless for a while. Like, it's been pretty good. There we go. Brad's got some ideas. Best games completed, worst ones, favorite game. Yeah. Won't return to. Yeah, like, God, what was that one the other day? I don't even want to talk about it. Like, I haven't had nightmares about it. What was it? It was, God, I can't even think of the name of it. I'm sure somebody will remind me of it. I'll just go ahead and look it up. Let's see here. Content. What is it? Alteric? Is that what it was called? Alteric? Yeah. Which was supposed to be an easy platinum, and I was doing pretty good. Whoa! Connie with a $5 super chat! What? Thank you so much, Connie. It snuck by. Everything's muted? I guess the main source is muted, and it hasn't come through yet. There. Streamlabs got an update 2 days ago, and I thought things were going to be fixed. Not yet, anyways. But thank you so much, Connie. I see it. I appreciate it. There we go. There we go. It sort of works, I guess. Oh, and Sean's out the tube. What's up, Sean? But yes, Alteric was tough. I got to a spot where I couldn't finish, and yeah. I guess not really difficult. More like delay. Just delay. I thought it wasn't going to work for a hot second there. I was a little sweaty. Hey, real quick, before we get too much further, I do want to give some love and a quick shout out to our Patreon supporters. You know, most of you guys are familiar and aware that we do have a Patreon account. It does have a couple of perks that are different than like the YouTube memberships or super chatting. And if you guys are interested in getting shout outs or being on the Happy Thumb Namer Wall of Fame, it's kind of a tongue twister. You know, feel free to check out patreon.com/happythumbsgaming. Each month we showcase the people who are $5 and up, and then we actually verbally shout out the $10 and up guys. So I'll be doing the old shout outs here in a hot second, but first let's go ahead and acknowledge the other $5 supporters on top of Connie's $5 super chat. Booyaka show! There we go. So big thanks to all these names you see here. They often don't change. It's pretty much the same, and I greatly appreciate you guys who have continued to support us inside and out of the YouTube world, as there are multiple ways and things that you guys have done over the years. From, you know, I've had t-shirts, like custom t-shirts made and sent to me, keychains. I've had, you know, Lego. I had super rare Lego, like super rare Lego from like other countries even sent to me, like things that I would never be able to get in the US unless I bought it off some reseller on eBay or something, and then have to pay through the roof for shipping. You know, so big shout out to Barry for that one, and Bonnie too. Bonnie came through with an amazing Lego Dimensions figure. It was a Green Arrow, and so I mean, you guys have been awesome. And like I said, you know, Patreon is another way outside of YouTube that helps, and I greatly appreciate you guys that go above and beyond to support on those levels. And just know that we're always cool with you just watching our videos, which, you know, brings me to a really weird thing. So let's just step back and let's just put some like stereotyping down for a hot second. Like, and I mean, like, let's layer it on, not let's not go away from it. Let's layer it on. When you step back and you look at Happy Thumbs Gaming, I would think that a lot of people, when you explain the channel to somebody, you would probably use the words family friendly, or, you know, kid approved or something, based on a large part of our production over the years. You know, but that's not totally true. That's not totally true. We've done some other stuff too. We've done, you know, The Last of Us. We've done Zombie Army. We've done Call of Duties. We've done some greasier stuff. And one thing that just baffles me is that if we were to look at the channel, and this is something I struggle with all the time, you guys, it really is. If we were to look at the channel and you were to have to choose, like, let's say you were having to decide, you were me and you're having to decide, should I make videos of Spyro, or should I live stream Zombie Army? You know, I think that if most of you were to like really step back and look, you'd probably be like, Spyro. I mean, this is probably for the mature channel, and although it's cool or whatever, most people don't even know we did Zombie Army 2. It was actually Sniper Elite and Sniper. Then there was the Zombie Army trilogy that came with that. So we did a lot of those games that were, I mean, X-ray cams going through people, heads exploding, like super above family friendly, right? So fast forward to today, actually, because it's been kind of a, I don't want to call it viral, but it's viral for us because we don't hit millions of views on many videos, nor do we have the momentum that we once carried 5 or 6 years ago, when every video we uploaded, we were getting 2, 3, 5, 10,000 views on every video, whether it was Call of Duty, Battlefield, Lego, didn't matter, 5, 10,000 views every time. And then we got in trouble with Grand Theft Auto, and that all changed. And they say, oh, we didn't do anything. Something happened. But this morning, it was announced that Zombie Army 4 was going to be free for the PlayStation Plus. We're getting a huge surge. Like percentage-wise, I bet it's up 10,000%. Like, I mean, it's got a lot of views. It's not 10,000%. 2,000% at least. And that's crazy. Like, it has more views in the last 24 hours than today's Miles stream had, and it's doing pretty good. And that's surprising to me. It's doing better than Marvel Avengers. It's doing better than some of the games that have been really performing well for us. And I'm stoked about it. I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not upset about it at all. But I'm just baffled because I would feel like, again, a channel, break it down, we've always been somebody who has provided guides, made locational videos on where to find collectibles and how to achieve certain trophies and achievements. And it's weird to me that I can see these views just pouring in for just a random co-op stream that we did. And I mean, the thumbnail's pretty funny. It's got my head slapped on the side of my headset on top of, you know, the main character of Sniper, or Zombie Army. See, I almost called it wrong. But ultimately, you know, like I said, I'm happy. But it's just, it's so hard to like win at this YouTube game. It really is. And so you know, things like Patreon, things like the super chats and all those, they help tremendously because I mean, all the time and effort that's gone into like Spyro, for example. I mean, I'm not throwing the sympathy train or anything. I'm just putting perspective out there that like, you know, we paid $30 for the game, and then you know, Reese has been my driver, and I had a guide writer, so there's compensation going both of those, you know, and then to have like, I think we've got 39 videos, and I think total, all 39 videos have like 4,000 views total, maybe 5,000. And, you know, again, like, it's a numbers game. So, like, you know, they need to be at like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 before they start becoming relevant in that world of monetization. Because it's thousands of views before. So it's like crazy. So it's tough. So, again, I wish I had like the, you know, the little spinner that I could spin around or whatever, and it would stop and tell me this is the next game you need to play. Because we've tried so many things. We've tried it on different channels. We've tried with different people. We've tried we haven't really collaborated with anybody, at least nobody bigger than us, right? We've definitely. And speaking of which, real quick, I want to point out too, I did make a change. I don't have a visual for you guys, but you guys can see it when we're done with this stream, or maybe you've already seen it. Our featured channels has been updated, and I recommend, even though there's no camera being used, I recommend you guys go check out Kirsten's channel. She's been streaming, and she could use a little boost in you know, support, and I think we could help her out with that. I think we could all go and click that, and if you have a link available right now, I'd be happy to see it too. But just take note next time you're on the channel page that there's a new gamer in town. No, but for real, check her out. She's having fun playing a lot of games that, you know, don't make her rage out. So, anyways, all right. Before I get too far away, too, you know, I know that was kind of a big, long, sappy TED talk, but ultimately, it was about Patreon and the support inside and out of YouTube that you guys have given. And I want to give some shout outs to our $10 and up Patreon supporters. Starting with no particular order. It might be alphabetical. You tell me. April White! Thank you so much, April, for your continued support on Patreon. I know that you watch these videos and watch our other videos too, which is awesome. Appreciate you more than you know. Caleb, thanks for the sub. Welcome to the channel. Stop interrupting me while I'm doing Patreon shout outs. Great, there's more coming too. I better hurry this up. Bonnie Miller, thank you so much for your Patreon support. And again, also, don't think I forgot about the Dimensions gift you gave. And I'm sorry for the new subs. Welcome to the channel, especially if you're out there right now. Drop a comment below, and I will give you a personalized shout out. But maybe they're done. Maybe they're done. I know as soon as I call out the next one, it's Dougie Fresh! Thank you so much, Doug, for your continued support. But good to see you on a stream or something again soon. I know that time hasn't been an available commodity for you, but I know that things are kind of changing a little bit, maybe getting a little gooder. So, you know, won't be playing any Fortnite. But if you're interested in playing something, you know, like Apex or something like that with us, let us know. We'd love to have you. And again, appreciate your support. Next up, Michael Cosberg. Thank you so much, Michael, for your continued support. Always love seeing you hop in and out of the chats. It's good to see you. And like I said, again, I appreciate the support outside of the YouTubes. And last but not least, I'm totally going to slaughter this as I do every month. Just know that I am greatly appreciative. But we got Zaria! Thank you so much for your support. Hopefully I said that remotely close and you won't berate me in Messenger later. Not that you ever do. I'm just kidding. All right, so we got Phoenix out there too. What is up? Is there any guides on the HTG TV? No. So, you know, just to backpedal a little bit, you know, ultimately HTG TV had a very different vision. Had it really only been the mature channel, we would have probably not branded it HTG TV, or I would have decided to call it something different. At the time, it was a group effort and an idea. It was sort of brought to my attention that it would be fun to play some games, and I was kind of hesitant to play some of them due to the graphic nature of them. Stickers just fell. That scared the bejesus out of me. Um, and we had some other ideas too. So basically, there was a couple of other people who were really active, and they were basically daily players with us, and are pretty close to it, anyways. And right as we pretty much launched this whole concept, that all changed. Two of them, one of them went back to their old job. One of them got a new job, and the other one just the same thing, just it became unavailable as well. And so the thought was there was going to be guides, there was going to be mature games, there was going to be other people streaming, and the concept was like one of them specifically was like super paranoid, like, look, I really want to stream, I think I can do this, but I don't want to ruin your channel. Like, I don't want to be the guy that like says an accidental remark that hits virality and then gets the channel banned, and then I ruin your work. And I didn't see that happening from any of the people involved, but there's always possibilities or whatever. So I listen, and so, and then there was ideas of like, then there was going to be guides, so then we could do the mature, more based guides over there. And so ultimately it's just kind of a thing of manpower or woman power. We just don't have the same personnel behind it. Now, there are people helping me, don't get me wrong. This isn't a one-man band. I definitely have people inside and out, whether it's moderating, whether it's helping provide assets like thumbnails and other ideas, playing on the streams, providing behind the scenes tips on what games, blah blah blah. I mean, there's lots of help that comes in. And we got, speaking of people coming in, we got people coming in. Blue Kirby, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Let's see. I got a winky face. I must have done okay. Kayla, let's see here. People are being jerks in Fortnite. I'm crying. I'm sorry to hear that, Kayla. I definitely hear a lot of problems with Fortnite as well as, Call of Duty. That's definitely one of the two most griefiest, trolliest scenarios, I think. But yeah, it's definitely a competitive game. I'm terrible at building, so I just can't ever go back to playing that game ever again. But some of the other stuff looks kind of fun. I won't lie. There's some stuff that looks all right in there, but it's not enough to get me to come back. And most of the game requires building, which I'm bad at. And I'm bad. My aim is bad enough. You guys see it. We struggle with it together. You're my support group. I don't need more spotlights on my badness. I have a teenager that reminds me pretty frequently. So yeah, what else? You guys got any questions for me? Pretty much got through my list. Get good. Hey, I'm all right. I'm doing all right. Listen, I know that it's smart to surround yourself with people better than you. The theory is that you will get better by playing with them, but the fallback plan is that they'll just carry you and then you'll seem better. Seems to be working for me. I think some of you would agree with that. Oh yeah, Kayla, lots of people are using cheats, hacks, other things that are extremely frustrating. I feel your pain. My son plays a lot of Warzone, or used to, not so much as of late due to the amount of cheaters, and it's bad. It's real bad, and I don't know what to say or do about it other than don't play it. And that's why you don't ever see me playing Warzone. Sean asks, have you done Lego Pirates guides? We did. We very, very much enjoyed that game as well. Sort of one of the shorter ones. Let's see if I can get you a quick playlist link here. My playlists are oddly stacked here. I'm not sure why. Like Lego Incredibles is on here. So yeah, hey, we got some random things coming up here that, you know, I don't know how they'll work in or whatever, but you know, like Among Us is getting an update. Fall Guys just got an update. There's some things that we've played in the past that you guys have kind of alluded to maybe having some interest in. But you guys also told me you wanted the Last of Us Part 2 guide. Okay, a little hostile. That might have made the video right there, huh? Courageous moment number 3. Brian talking about. Let's see here. I'm trying to find it. That's not it. There's Sniper Elite. There's Dougie Plays. No, Lego Dimensions, Lego Worlds. I mean, I guess I could probably just type it. I'm just being lazy. Lego. No, Psych. Pirates. What? It said it didn't exist. Okay, now that's just peeving me off. Okay, so there's Lego Marvel. Lego Jurassic, Lego Harry Potter. You guys are probably going to beat me to it. It's probably already up. If you guys have already beat me to it, let me know. There's Zombie Army Trilogy. Oh, here it is. Lego Pirates. Booyaka Shao. Boom. Oh. Copied the clipboard. Live stream. And blast away. That should be the Lego Pirates. What's going on, Andrew? Have I done Mass Effect? No, I never did play Mass Effect. I know that there's Mass Effect 3 remastered or whatever, the collection or whatever that's coming out. I know I've had a couple people, Greg, suggest that I play it. I don't know that I'll make it to that. I remember having some gameplay. I must have played like a demo or something, and I feel like it was Mass Effect 3 co-op. That's what I remember. I remember 3-player co-op. I remember playing with Jeremy and Doug, or maybe Jeremy and Mark. I feel like it was Jeremy and Mark, and I played it. And that was me outing you for talking about me playing Mass Effect. Do I still use the other channel, HTG TV? Every Tuesday and Thursday. In fact, tomorrow we're going to be playing Alien Isolation, which is definitely an interesting game. I will just say this. I'm not a big fan of the alien. He chases me down, and he scares the crap out of me. So if you're interested in watching a grown man hide in a locker and scream and yell, nope, 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 ah! Then tomorrow is your day. You're in luck. HTG TV is where that'll be taking place. So that is on our other channel. I do have a link for that as well. So keep in mind that that first link that I posted was the Pirates link. And the alien is so cute. No, not so much. But definitely look forward to tomorrow. And on that note, guys, I am going to begin to wrap things up. I hope you guys enjoyed the March 2021 game break. As mentioned, it was sort of short and sweet. It was lots of Lego talk and not much of things else outside of that other than Patreon. And just kind of hanging out. So I definitely would love to see you guys tomorrow. And then, of course, don't forget Friday. I'm really surprised that the views were as low as they were. This is another one. Like, It Takes Two. I tried to strike while the iron is hot. I tried to get in on this game that, like, you guys loved A Way Out. And this is made by the same developer. And it's so fun and creative. And I thought for sure this would skyrocket and be the most popular game of the week. And it actually was the least popular out of everything we played. It still did okay, but I'm just feeling like maybe you guys aren't aware of what the game is, or maybe you didn't even know we were playing it. But Friday right now is arguably my favorite day of the week, and part of it's because you get to play with Gray, but also there is some fun in the game as well. So that being said, guys, I have officially ran out of my pause. I am no longer looking at the chat because I'm going to make mention that my Blazer game is on. It's been on pause for an hour, and it's basically like halftime on my feed, but I'm going to fast forward through all that halftime and get through to the game and then continue watching, which was kind of an ugly game, to be honest with you. It's a trap game. As I mentioned earlier, it's a trap. But hey, thank you so much. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the March 2021 game break, not April. As some of you might have saw, I posted the April picture today on Twitter and Facebook. Yeah. Thank you again, Kirsten, for pointing that out before the mass group saw it. Like, I don't know what I would have done. I would have been like, ah, what an idiot. I only had to, I mean, I'm fessing up to it now, but I mean, I only really had to, like, admit to it for, like, a couple people. So, anyways, much love, you guys. Don't forget to check us out on social media. If you have not already, please check out HappyThumbsGaming.com. That is the home of our Happy Thumbs Namer Wall of Fame. All the people who have supported us on Patreon, if you want your name there, you know what to do. As always, until next time, guys.